Ryan Gosling, an accomplished dramatic actor with impeccable comedic timing, a man so cool, he won't even eat his cereal. When it comes to what it is to be a likable, cool actor, Ryan Gosling has the monopoly. Speaking of which, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Monopoly Go. Monopoly Go is everything you loved about Monopoly, minus the board flipping. But now it's been optimized for that on-the-go experience. You still roll the dice, go around the board as you build your empire, play with your friends or other players across the internet, and that short, sweet playtime optimization, that is perfect. Because in life, you got downtime, but downtime should not be wasted time. My fellow gamers out there know there's always time to game. Sometimes you want a nice, quick, fulfilling game sessions in these moments of downtime. And although you can't rage flip the board in the name of sabotage, sabotage itself has been built into the gameplay. You can demolish other players' landmarks, commit bank heists. It's Monopoly reimagined. And the fact is, with this busy world getting busier, this is a fun, quick, engaging way to game with your friends, even when the time to do so is becoming a rarer commodity of life. And right now the game's having an awesome event called Anniversary Treasures Dig. Get to excavate cool tokens, shields, other items. So if you'd like to unleash your inner tycoon, click the link below or scan the QR code to download Monopoly Go. And now we have ourselves a hopefully fun action comedy. Or romantic comedy. Or both. But wait, if it's action comedy and romantic comedy, wouldn't that make it action, romance, and comedy? Which means it's all three, not both. So The Fall Guy is directed by David Leitch, stars Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's character in the movie is directing an action film. Her and Ryan Gosling used to date, but then he was injured and he kind of just ghosted. Point is, she's directing a movie now. He's the stuntman in the movie, but her star, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's gone missing. So Ryan Gosling's picked by the producer to go find him. That's right, the stuntman's essentially being a private investigator to go find the missing star. This feels like a throwback to something that might have come out in the 80s. Well, it is. This is a big screen adaptation of a series from the 80s starring Lee Majors of the same name. Which, when I was talking about this movie in my anticipated movies of the year, I saw the comments. People like, obviously he doesn't know this is based on a TV series. Look, when I'm firebombing a list of 10 movies, I can't go into all the history of all the movies for the sake of time management. Usually. In the case of Fall Guy, you're absolutely correct. I had no idea. Dad was more of a Star Trek guy when I was a kid, what can I say? However, I did really love Knight Rider and the A-Team. Point is, The Fall Guy is an 80s, we'll even say 80s to 90s action film love letter to the unsung heroes of action cinema. The folks who do the stunts, make the action stars look good and get none of the credit. And that's woven into the plot. I mean, he's on this quest because people don't know who the stuntman is. They'll never recognize you. You gotta go do this for the studio. It being an action romantic comedy, the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, I thought they were great. They have great on-screen chemistry in the sense that, yeah, I mean, you can tell they're still in love with each other. Hopefully they will learn that by the end of this film. It's so absolutely apparent on screen, doesn't even feel like a spoiler to say, yeah, they obviously have a spark there. I bought them not just as romantic infatuations, but genuinely bought them as friends. They had a camaraderie to them. Whatever romance we're going for on screen, it feels like one that might actually last. Not common in Hollywood, don't even buy it in fictional Hollywood. But I want this one to work. That's the point. This movie makes it easy for the audience to root for them. That's important. While Ryan Gosling is on screen getting put through the ringer, you don't want the audience just to be thinking, why is he fighting for this? If it works out, I'll give him 6 months. No, let the audience think that about people they know in their actual lives. This is idealistic escapist cinema. Let us believe. Anyhow, did a good job at that. And this love letter to the unsung stunt performers should have good action sequences, right? Yeah, I thought the action was a lot of fun. Fun action, great stunts. That which they are celebrating is shown on screen. Show, don't tell. And because this movie is wrapped up in stunt culture, I guess I'll say. Is that the correct term? I don't know. It gives you enough of a glimpse behind the set, behind the curtain of the fictional movie they're making, into the stunt world, in which when you see a stunt going down, you appreciate. You're like, hey, I feel like I know a little more of what I'm looking at. Couldn't write a thesis or anything, but you know, there's a little bit more appreciation as you're watching it. And the movie, in its own way, is telling a cautionary tale of technology. Funny, the movie's comedy is, I don't want to say it's conflicting at times, but at a point it's like opposite breaking the fourth wall. When someone's zonked out of their minds, Couldn't think of a better term, so I'm using zonked. Let me consult the supercomputer in my pocket. Yep, stupefied by drugs or alcohol. Also a term old people say. Good job, Jeremy. Right. Anyhow, when showing a character in that state, you can do one of two things. Show that they are and have the audience see them how the room sees them, like Nicolas Cage in Face Off. Or you can have the audience in their POV and the audience gets to see all the wild shit that they're seeing, unicorns included. And I was wondering why that stood out as conflicting in the theme of the movie. I think it's because stunt work is something that's objectively in the real world. It's physical work, being a body going through a piece of glass or a wall, a car tumbling. It's tangible physical work in the real world. And then when you're seeing a trip in someone's POV, it's kind of the opposite of that. I don't know what it means. I'm not saying you're gonna have this relationship with the scene. I'm just saying I did. I say this part for the 3 other people watching this video that might go, hey, he saw it how I saw it. I will say, common complaint moment. But around the 90-minute mark, I was like, this movie's wrapping up. I'm feeling good about this. 90 minutes in and out. Fun, action, romance, comedy. I read somewhere on the Googles, it was somewhere around 2 hours and 5 minutes. I guess I read that wrong. Oh no, it's still going. The end of what felt like the final act just led to the final act. A final act, as it were. Granted, the second last act of the movie really is what the movie's celebrating. Led to some fun moments, some fun action spectacle. Totally get it. Doesn't change the fact that I felt the last half hour of this movie a lot more than I felt the first 90 minutes. But in the end, still had a great time. The Fall Guys is kind of a rarity in the entertainment world. There are a lot of movies, television shows, whatever. There's a lot of entertainment that throws back to an earlier time in the field, a nostalgic time, but it still feels like a modern thing throwing back. Maybe it feels a little out of place, a little on the nose. The Fall Guy truly is a film that if it came out somewhere between Lethal Weapon and Rush Hour, it'd be right at home. Regardless of the fact that it's in modern times, they have smartphones, but you know what I mean. It was a fun, ridiculous time that you could watch in theaters, then buy on VHS. There's your throwback right there. Should release it on VHS. Physical media is dying, but my fellow tape heads, we keep it alive. Or so The Fall Guy, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Comes out this weekend, so maybe not yet. After you see it, you can let me know. In the meantime, what's your favorite action movie? It's a bit vague, right? There's a lot to choose from. You can do top 3. Time may come, they charge us by the letter in the comment section, but that is not today, so you have fun with a list if you want. Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.